if you're seeing this message, it means that you are about to shift into your highest timeline. You are about to embody the highest version of yourself. I intend that this video reaches those that need to hear it, reaches those that are about to shift into the highest version of themselves. And I want you guys to know that your life is about to change forever, right? Now, you're somebody that you have dedicated a lot of time healing yourself. You have dedicated a lot of time focusing on yourself. You have also done a lot of healing and growth, okay? You have identified any toxic behavior, any toxic trait. You have identified this and you have gone in and you have taken time, energy, and effort to heal these things within you, right? You have also made a decision to embody and live out the highest version of yourself. And that was the first step, right? I do see that there's a shift going on at the moment. So you're going through a very transformational period. I just seen 111 when I said that. There's a lot of things around you transforming. There's a lot of things that are falling apart. There are a lot of things that, again, it may feel very uncertain. It may feel like things are crashing down all around you. Okay, you may be dealing with people, dropping out of your life, losing friends, losing people around you. Maybe you've lost a job or something like that. There are major life events happening, right? There is this energy of you going through this transformation, and what you need to know on a spiritual level, things feel very uncertain, but everything that's happening right now is happening for the greatest good, right? You have had people around you. You have had things around you. You've been entertaining things that do not serve the highest version of yourself. And I just seen 212 on the timer. The things that are around you that you've been entertaining actually have been lowering your vibration and keeping you in this set vibration that, again, the highest version of you does not live in this vibration, right? So there are things here that you have kept in your life that have been holding you back energetically, and there are things that right now they're leaving your life. They're crashing down, okay? There's this energy of these things kind of clearing out your energy because they no longer serve you and they do not belong in the reality, and they do not exist, I should say, in the reality where the highest version of you exists. Okay? So whoever I'm speaking to today, you do have a lot going on at the moment, okay? There's this massive tower moment where things are just all of a sudden very different. Things are changing, okay? People may be turning against you. People may be, not talking to you or cutting you out of their life. Maybe you've lost a job. Maybe you've lost something that you thought was for you. Maybe you've lost a relationship. These things do not serve you. I just seen 333 on the timer. These things do not serve the highest version of you, and they do not even exist in that reality. So things feel very uncertain at the moment, and I am getting that whoever I'm picking up on. And I'm getting something about Moldavite. So maybe some of you have been working with Moldavite, and if you have, you guys know that is a rock that you only work with when you are ready for a complete shift, okay? You're ready to kind of allow whatever in your life that's not really serving you, you allow it. When you work with Moldavite, you allow it to kind of wash that away. You allow it to kind of come into your life and transform things. So then you are stepping into the highest version of yourself. So even if you're not working with Moldavite, this is what it feels like. A massive transformation, like a massive spring clean, right? You're going through a lot of change. It feels very uncomfortable. And it's because these things do not serve you in the highest timeline, right? At the moment, you have been forced to be isolated, okay? You may be feeling very alone. You may be feeling like you do not resonate with people. You may be feeling like the people that you have been around, like you have nothing in common with these people anymore, right? And you may be feeling very much alone, okay? And you may be kind of having to face yourself, having to face things that you need to heal, having to face just being alone and being with yourself. And I am getting that you've been building this relationship with yourself in this isolation period, right? You've been doing things that better yourself. You've been doing things like meditating. You have been just kind of being alone. And when you're around a lot of people all the time, it's like hard to connect with yourself. You always have people in your ear, you always have people around you. Your mind seems to be everywhere except for, with yourself. So I'm getting that right now you've been through this isolation period, and there's this energy of basically spending time alone, but also in this alone time, you've been doing so much soul searching. You've literally been finding yourself, right? You've been getting to know yourself, right? Instead of having all of this like noise in your ear, you've been getting to know yourself and you've been enjoying the time with yourself, right? Whoever I'm speaking to, it's almost like you have become your own best friend, and you now value and understand why people value being around you, okay? Because you now value being around yourself, right? I'm also getting this energy where in the recent months, whoever I'm speaking to, things have felt out of your control. Again, with the tower moment, things falling out of your life, okay? Anything that no longer served you had literally been ripped away in the last few months, especially from the beginning of January. This is when this started, okay? And these things have been ripped away, okay? You may have felt like, you can't control things, or, and I just changed 7-11 on the timer. You may have realized that you can't control everything or anything in this world, okay? You may have kind of taken down whoever I'm picking up on. There is this energy of you trying to control things in the past. The last few months has really shown to you and proved to you that you cannot control anything, right? And you have kind of shifted this energy of like needing to control things to just going with the flow. And this has done so much for you. So you have been going through a major shift the last few months, okay? But also you have tapped into the highest version of yourself already. All of these new traits, all of these new things that you're doing, right? The fact that you no longer need to control things. The fact that you now enjoy your own company, you don't need to be around all these people. These are things that you really needed to embody, so then you can kind of tap into the highest version of yourself. This is how your highest version acts, right? Your highest version knows that we cannot control people. We cannot control situations. There is no controlling anything, actually, Your highest version knows that. Your highest version knows that there is not even any benefit in trying to control things. And your highest version lives and almost like there's this sense of control your highest version does embody, and this is more like controlling their thoughts, okay? And it has a lot to do with manifesting their highest timeline, or manifesting instant manifestation as well. Because your highest version instantly manifests, right? Your highest version only really had to think about something and it pops up into their life. Your highest version knows that you cannot control anything on the outside or outside of you. You can only control yourself. You can only control your own thoughts. You can only control your own actions, right? So the way that you've been acting and the things that you've been healing and the things that you've been giving up, this is all an energy from your higher self, okay? You have already embodied this and you've been doing this through this transformational period, right? Now, there's a few things that you may notice, okay? So let's get into it. There's a few things that you may notice now that you have tapped into the highest version of yourself. I also want to let you guys know that whoever I'm speaking to, you've already tapped into the highest version of yourself. You just haven't realized it yet, right? But we're going to get into it, okay? Something that you may notice though, now that you have tapped into the highest version of yourself, you've raised your vibration. You may notice a shift in people's energy toward you, okay? And this is a big one. You have raised your vibration, okay? You are no longer the version of you that you remember, right? You have done so much healing, you've done so much growing, okay? And you've tapped into a different version of yourself. You've tapped into a different vibration. What you may notice is people's behavior. Again, a very big one, right? People start to treat you badly, okay? Especially, and I just seen 11:11 on the timer. Especially people that do not resonate with your timeline, or they do not resonate with your vibration. You will notice these people have this attitude, right? And it's impossible for these people to hide this attitude as well. It's like you walk into a room and you're on this high vibration, you know, you're being yourself. You're somebody that you are worried about yourself. You're in your own energy, worried about yourself, worried about your, like, not worried about people around you or anything like that. Like, you're just authentically living in the moment, right? People, if you walk into a room with people that do not resonate with this energy, you annoy them. You annoy them. They may not realize why. Like, it's just like they have this attitude towards you, okay? They may visibly be annoyed, okay? They may do things like roll their eyes, okay? Or maybe they're doing things like giving you a dirty look. I just seen 12:12, right? It's like your presence will start to annoy people that do not resonate with you, right? People that are on a very low vibration and people that refuse to go within and do their own healing and tap into the highest version of themselves, those people become annoyed with you, right? Now, don't get me wrong, because not every single person will be annoyed with you. It's meant to be an inspiration, right? When people meet you, when people interact with you, you are meant to act as an inspiration. You are not, nothing's a coincidence in this life, okay? So even if you go to the shop and you start having a conversation with a random person and it may seem like it's a coincidence, no, it's not. That person came into your energy, or you came into their energy because they needed to meet you at this time, right? I just seen 13:13 on the timer. So again, it's like people will meet you and people will come into your energy, have conversations with you, and they will be inspired, okay? You act as inspiration. You are somebody that you have changed your whole life around, okay? When the odds were against you, you changed your life around. You really did dedicate yourself to your spiritual journey. And that's empowering and that's inspiring. So now, you are living in your truth, and whoever I'm speaking to, you're about to be living a different life, okay? If you're not already living this life, it's about to happen. And you're going to have to start to get comfortable with it. Because no longer do you, and remember these readings, this message especially does not resonate with everyone, right? But you are not about to be working a 9-to-5 job. You're not about to be working for a boss. Whoever I'm picking up on, that is not your life purpose. That is not your life path. You have a very powerful life path, and you are supposed to be, for one, living the life of your dreams and living in the moment and getting paid for it. Okay? And this is actually so much more accessible with social media, okay? But whoever I'm speaking to, you are not built for a 9-to-5 job. You are not built to work for a boss, and this is why you've had this tower moment. Whoever I'm speaking to, if you were working a 9-to-5 job, you will notice that in the recent months, either you got fired or you left the job, okay, or something happened where this job no longer is aligning with you, right? So if this has happened, big sign this message is for you. Big sign, okay? You are meant to be living in the moment. You're meant to be enjoying your life, okay? And whoever I'm picking up on, this may be something that, again, it feels foreign. It feels like, how are you going to do that? All you need to do is keep healing, keep aligning with the highest version of yourself, and allow things to fall into place. Because if this is for you, this will fall into place, and it's about to fall into place, right? So you just being yourself and living in your authenticity and living in this energy where you're just having fun and you're just enjoying the moment, this is meant to be an inspiration to people. But it can either be an inspiration to those that want to change their life, okay, want to tap into their highest version, want to tap into their soul purpose. It also can be annoying or trigger people, okay? People that are not ready. People that are not ready to face themselves. People that are not ready to do and tap into their highest version. People that are not comfortable with themselves. People that do not like themselves, okay? Those types of people, you will trigger them, and those people will not like you for no reason. So they'll be the people that, they hate you, and you have no idea why, okay? Or maybe you've heard that this person talking bad about you, they just don't like you, and it's very apparent, and they will make it known, or they will tell people. These are the people that are triggered by your success, triggered by your light, triggered by your vibration, right? You will notice you'll start walking into rooms and people are annoyed, people are angry, people are treating you with disrespect, okay? And this is because you've raised your vibration. You are now living in your truth. And again, big inspiration for some people, but also a very big trigger for those that are not ready to embody this for themselves, okay? So you also may realize that you don't resonate with the people around you, right? Your friends, you no longer resonate with them. You realize that you have nothing in common, okay? Because again, remember that you're not the same person. You are now the highest version of yourself, right? Maybe you don't realize that yet, but all of a sudden you don't align with your friends or the things that they're into. You no longer, even if there was a time where, you guys all got along, all of a sudden you will realize that you just do not resonate with them anymore. Okay, you're not interested in the things that they're interested in. You may notice that these people thrive on drama, which is something you're not about. Okay? So again, it's almost like you feel alone, even if you physically have people around you, but because you're not resonating with them and they're not on the same vibration as you, it's like these people just become, you would prefer to be alone, right? You may also notice that they don't resonate with you anymore, okay? Especially because you've done all this healing, all this growing, you're in a different vibration, you're in a different place, right? So they actually don't even resonate with you anymore. So again, you may feel alone, okay? You may feel like you're going through a massive isolation period. Another thing that has recently started happening for you is you're seeing through people. Your psychic abilities and your telepathy is stronger than ever. When you tap into the highest version of yourself, you tend to see through people, right? You become very gifted in reading energy and seeing through people. It's like people cannot lie to you. So that can, for one, when you see through people, that is a blessing, but it also could be viewed as a curse, okay? Because now you're seeing through people. Now you're seeing through those people that, maybe you expected them or you thought that they were a different way, but now you're seeing their true colors. You also tend to see the truth of how people feel about you, right? You also tend to see the truth about just like nobody can hide anything from you, okay? It's just this energy of you being able to clearly see through people, and then that can be very disappointing, right? It can also be very traumatic, okay? Especially if you're somebody that, you want to see the best in everyone, okay? Maybe when you did not tap into the highest version of yourself, you had like rose-colored glasses on. Maybe you expected the best from people. It can be very hard to adapt to kind of seeing through people, okay? And it can be very discouraging as well, okay? So there is this energy where you kind of got to keep a balance as well. But there's this energy here where it's like you're seeing things clearly, right? You're also seeing the truth of people. You're seeing people and how much they project things onto you. Like, there's this energy of, it is beautiful. It's a beautiful energy, okay? You tapping into your highest version. Beautiful. Okay? Now you're on your soul journey. Now you're, doing the things that you're meant to be doing in this lifetime. You're attracting the people that you're meant to be attracting in this lifetime. You are now so incredibly gifted, and you're able to see through people and see through energies, right? There's a very, very beneficial side to it, but there's also another side to it that a lot of people don't talk about, right? A lot of people don't talk about how you no longer resonate with your current life, the life that you have known, the life that you have built. When you tap into this highest version of yourself, and this is not being, this is not me being negative or pessimistic, no, this is me being realistic. And I feel like not a lot of people talk about it, but when you tap into this highest version of yourself, you actually have to like grieve the life that you have built. You have to grieve like thinking that people were a certain way and situations were a certain way when they're completely different, and now you can see through it, right? You have to kind of grieve the people that you no longer resonate with, the people that are unwilling to change. I just think 2222. There's this energy where it is really beautiful. It is honestly the best thing that will ever happen to you, right? But there is this energy where, things are very different. They're very different. You're seeing the world in a different place, okay? And if you're not careful, this could cause you to disassociate if you don't know what's going on, right? You may feel like nothing's real. You may feel like, the things that you thought, the things that, even your beliefs change. Everything changes, right? So, again, whoever I'm picking up on, the last few months have been this transformational period for you where you are, for one, the old world, the old way of you doing things have been breaking down. The old patterns that you had, like controlling situations or believing that you had some type of control, or even just like being around a lot of people and not listening to yourself, okay? And I'm getting that was a big one for you. Whoever I'm speaking to, there's this energy of you kind of giving up your energy to other people to the point that you were so drained. Like whoever I'm speaking to, your energy was drained and depleted. You have now chosen yourself. You have now aligned with your soul journey. You've done so much growing and healing, okay? You are not the same person that you were 6 months ago. And you're not even in the same reality. So now you have to just start acting like the highest version of yourself. If this has resonated for you and you've gone through all of this in the last few months, congratulations, because you are now operating from the highest version of yourself. But you need to realize that, okay? You have now tapped into the highest timeline. And this highest timeline may feel like you need to rebuild your whole life again. You may need to find new people to hang around, or maybe you need to find a new career. Remember, things will fall into place when you're in this energy. All you need to do is manifest it, okay? You still need to put your intention out there. But again, when you're in this reality and you're in this like high vibrational, highest version of you, highest timeline, things are very easy, okay? minor inconveniences, they don't even exist. Like, you just need to adapt to this energy. Okay, and you need to realize that you're in it. Instead of like thinking like, why has everything changed? Okay, like, 'cause everything's changed. Like, the last few months has changed everything for you. You're in a whole different reality. Like, you don't resonate with that past version of you. You're creating this new version of you. And you're in the energy of creation, okay? So make sure you're planting seeds right now. Now, again, it may feel like you need to rebuild things. Like, now, a lot of your friendships have broken down. Like, maybe relationships have broken down, okay? You're no longer resonating with the people around you. Maybe even like you've had to move areas, locations, okay? So it's like this energy of like rebuild, right? And what's happening now is you're attracting the things that are meant for you, okay? They're meant for the highest version of you. So yes, you may feel like you need to meet new people, new friends. You need to kind of attract your soul tribe, sorry. And yeah, there is this like aspect of you having to rebuild, and also having to realize that you no longer resonate with the past version of you. You no longer are that person. And again, there is like this energy of grieving the old life, everything that you knew. So don't be hard on yourself, okay? I do think the last few months have been very different, okay? They've been quite, shocking. Shocking would be the word. Things kind of breaking down and like taking you out of your comfort zone. But just know that this is something that is happening for you. These things no longer resonated with you, and you are no longer the same person that you were when you were entertaining these things. Okay? So there's strong Virgo energy, strong Aries here as well. We have Taurus and Capricorn too. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope this gave you the clarity you needed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.